we are excited to share the first 3D digital scans of objects from the National Museum of American History in a multi-year collaboration with the Smithsonian's Digitization Program Office and our leadership sponsor, Verizon, for the Our Shared Future, Reckoning with Our Racial Past initiative. These objects were selected because they tell meaningful stories to help us learn more about the complicated history and legacy of race and racism, while also humanizing the stories that have helped build a more equitable shared future.
The Olympics have often been criticized by the athletes themselves for perpetuating racial stereotypes, but have also been lauded for including athletes of color in the Games when they were often excluded in other arenas, a dichotomy that some athletes of color struggle with and some have taken advantage of. Black American saber fencer Ibtaj Muhammad has chosen the latter, becoming the first Muslim American woman to wear hijab while competing for the United States in Olympic competition at the 2016 Rio Summer Games. Wearing this fencing mask, adorned with the American flag, Muhammad and USA Fencing went on to win the bronze medal in the team competition, earning her the distinction of becoming the first female Muslim American athlete to earn a medal at the Olympics.
These white athletic shoes, women's size 3, were found in the Arizona Sonora Desert, a 300-mile stretch of hostile terrain often used by migrants crossing the southern border into the United States. Shoes such as these are poorly constructed, but are purchased at the border to be used in the arduous journey through the desert. Countless migrants risk their lives to seek employment, fleeing violence, or to reconnect with loved ones in the United States. Inscriptions written on the sides of the shoes in blue ink speak to the emotional impact this journey has on the individual and loved ones. Objects found in the desert, like these shoes with inscriptions, help humanize complicated immigration policies and speak to personal and community identity.
At first glance, this stoneware jar looks like many of the stoneware food jars made in potteries throughout the United States from the late 1700s through the 1800s. David Drake is the only enslaved potter known to have signed and dated his work. In a state that outlawed literacy among enslaved people, he defiantly proclaimed his ability to read and write by signing his name and sometimes inscribing poetry on the stoneware vessels he made.
A fine walking stick or cane, such as this, was an element of a man's public appearance in many parts of the Atlantic world in the late 1700s and 1800s. Like other Haitian artifacts, the cane of Toussaint Louverture acquired meanings from both African and European cultures, in which staffs, sticks, scepters, and similar accoutrements often served as symbols of power. For Louverture, a military and political leader who had risen from slavery, such a cane could embody his own hard-won position of dignity and authority. It also expressed his country's aspirations to equal stature among the world of nations. Long known as the French colony of Saint-Domingue, Haiti saw a massive slave rebellion beginning in the early 1790s, as the island's majority African population rose for freedom. In 1804, a year after Louverture's death in a French prison, Haiti declared itself the world's first Black republic, a free nation of people formerly enslaved.
We specialize in the wholly impossible. Nanny Helen Burroughs made this bold pledge the motto of the National Training School for Women and Girls, which she founded in Washington, D.C. in 1909. This declaration also described Burroughs' work, which illustrates the race, policy, and ethics pillar of the Reckoning with Our Racial Past initiative. As an educator, clubwoman, and stalwart Baptist, she created institutions and organizations where Black women could flourish and confront a society that continually underestimated their abilities. Burroughs may have used this cash register in the classroom or administration of the National Training School. The school's curriculum included sewing, business, domestic science, and Negro history. Burroughs and her teachers expected that the students, who came from across the United States, West Africa, and the Caribbean, would use their education to lead dignified, self-sufficient lives, contribute to the well-being of the Black community, and fight against racism and sexism.
If you would like to learn more about these objects and their stories, as well as explore others, I encourage you to visit our website. Thank you.